Hello, I am Baal Kadmon, and I would like to thank you for watching and or listening to this podcast. This was a completely unexpected podcast based on something that I saw in one of the forums regarding how to pronounce the name Belial or Belial or Bilal, different ways of pronouncing it. All of those ways are actually incorrect compared to the Hebrew in which the name originally is found. And I can understand why. There are many sounds in Hebrew that you cannot find a correlation in English, so I can understand why this name would be mispronounced. In the Old Testament, the name is mentioned several times. In some cases, it is simply the definition of base or worthless, and in some instances, it appears to be referring to a specific entity or name. In some instances, the word is spelled in such a way that the B sound is in fact really a V sound, and in other cases when the B is in fact a B sound. Both are correct, although the B sound is the most popular. Let me explain why the B sound can also be a V sound. The letter bet has two main forms: bet with a dagesh, which is a diacritic mark, and bet without the dagesh. When it is with the dagesh, the sound is B, and thus is called the letter bet. When it is without the dagesh, it is a V sound, and thus is called the letter vet. And by the way, this letter is the second letter in the Hebrew alphabet. Before I get into the biblical verses, I would like to discuss another letter, the letter Ayin, which is the second to last letter of the word. In modern Hebrew, the letter Ayin and the first letter Aleph are pronounced as A. However, the letter Ayin is not an A sound really, but rather an A sound. It's guttural. I wasn't sure how to spell such a sound. There's nothing in English quite like it. It is identical to the Arabic letter Ayin and pronounced pretty much the same way. So when you pronounce the letter Ayin, it almost does sound like you're saying a word in Arabic. Okay, let us look at two verses in which both spellings of Belial, both with a B and a V, are present. Now, I would like to mention that the vowel sounds and the diacritic marks such as the dagesh are not present in the original Hebrew text, but they will be in this text, which is more of the modern translation of the Bible. It is still using biblical Hebrew, but with vowels and diacritic marks. First one is Proverbs 6:12. Adam Belial ish aven, which means a base or worthless person, a man of iniquity. As you can see, the word Belial is a bet with a dagesh in the middle, and thus a B sound, Belial. The next verse is 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 12. Uvenei Eli bnei Belial, which means, now the sons of Eli were base or worthless men. Notice that the bet here does not have a dagesh, and therefore it's a V sound, and therefore it's Belial. As you can see, the word is pronounced with both a B and a V sound. Thus again, Belial and Belial are both correct. As I mentioned, vowels and diacritic marks did not exist in biblical times, so one could use both the B and the V, and technically they would both be correct. Since the name has been pronounced with a B all these years, the correct pronunciation is Belial. As an added bonus, the demon Balaam or Balaam is also incorrectly pronounced. In Hebrew, it is Bil'am. The first letter is bet with a dagesh, and with the vowel mark chirik below it, indicating a B sound. The second to last letter, like Belial, is an Ayin, and therefore it is Bil'am. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. Again, this was a very quick and dirty podcast, but I hope it was helpful, and I will speak to you soon. So mote it be.